Guys, welcome to our lesson today, grade 4 English, first additional language. For those of you that are new this week, I am Taryn Curry and I will be your teacher today. We are going to be looking at reading and writing. So on Friday, we learned all about Komodo dragons. And I even showed you what a Komodo dragon looks like. For those of you who missed our lesson, please check on YouTube for the lesson. It should be there by now. So we read a comprehension and then we answered some questions about Komodo dragons. Then I showed you how to summarize information, and I really hope that you guys did the homework. So if you can't remember what it was, look at the picture on the bottom right screen. So remember, you had to read the information about Komodo dragons and then use the layout on page 2 of the document. Write your sentences and then put it into a paragraph. So if you haven't done that yet, please get to it. I want to see your hard work. So for today, remember I told you we're going to look at a poster. So we're going to look at an example of a poster. That's where the reading part comes from. And we're going to go through the different parts of an advert poster. Then we're just going to discuss some questions and answers. And then I'm going to show you how to create your own poster for your homework today. So let's have a look at some questions quick. So when we make a poster, why do we make posters? What is the point of creating a poster? So we want to make posters because why? Then where do we put these posters once we've made them? Then who do we make the posters for? And when we make a poster, what must we make sure that we do? So can you see I'm using the W questions? So we make a poster because we want to give information about something. So it doesn't matter what the topic is, there must always be information on your poster. Otherwise, people will have nothing to read and nothing to understand. So where do we put these posters? So if you can think of the movies, when you see they have the poor lost pets posters, where do they often put them? So they'll put them on walls, on poles, on boards, anywhere where they can be seen. So who do we make posters for? Well, basically we can make them for anybody, but we want to have a certain audience or a certain viewer who will be attracted to the posters. So maybe we only want to attract children's attention, or adults, or boys or girls. So we have to decide who the poster is for. And then when we make our posters, what must we make sure we do? So we need to always make sure it will attract attention. So we're going to see what we can use to help make it more attractive. We have to make sure it has information on it, because remember, otherwise they won't know what your poster is about. And we need to make sure it is put in the right place for the right audience. We don't want to make a poster about a camping trip and then you put it at an old age home, because there are no children there, only grannies and grandpas. So with those questions in mind, we're going to go through this page. So this page actually comes from the grade 4 English first additional language rainbow book. It's on page 90. So if you have this book with you at home, you can go through it while we do this lesson. So on this poster, you'll see it's got quite a lot of information. So let's just read through it first before we get into our questions. So right at the top, it says, are you coming to Newtown Primary School Environmental Club? Dear grade 4s, if you would like to learn more about animals and insects, join the environmental club. What's happening these holidays? A special insect spotting trip is planned for the July school holidays. Come and discover the bees and the butterflies, the ants, the ladybirds, and the grasshoppers in the Green Valley Gardens. Time, 9 till 4. Date, Wednesday, 6 July. Place of departure, the grade 4D classroom. And you must bring your own lunch and drink, pen, notebook, sun hat, and a camera if you have one. And then at the bottom it says, don't bug the bugs. So I think they're trying to tell us we don't touch the bugs, because you don't know if they can bite or sting you. So we're going to use this poster now, and we're going to look at some questions together. Because remember, we don't just want to jump into designing our poster without knowing how or why. So the first question is, what is the purpose of the poster? So why do we create the poster? What was the main idea as to why they want to put this poster up? Number 2, when is the trip happening? So what day and date? Number 3, how long will the trip be? So here you're going to have to use some maths. You see why maths is so important. And I want you to work out how many hours these children will be away for. Then for number 4, I want you to make a list of the items that the learners must bring on their trip to this place. Number 5, I want to know, where will the learners go on the trip? So what is the name of the place where they're going to go? Number 6, are the pictures on the poster helpful? So do the pictures relate to the poster? Do they tell you more about the information? So this, you can just tell me yes or no. Then number 7, if you said yes, that the pictures are helpful, I want you to tell me why you think they are helpful. And number 8, which heading on the poster attracted your attention? So when you saw the poster for the first time, which heading did you see first? So that's what it means by attract your attention. So think of your answers, because I do want to go through them with you. Because this one, like I said, has a lot of information on it, and we need to make sure we break it down so we understand this poster. So for number 1, when we spoke about the purpose of the poster, so why do they want to put this poster up? So we're going to say, because they want to invite others to join the environmental club. Now, where exactly did I find that answer? So if you have a look at the top, it says there, join the environmental club. So they're trying to encourage people to come along. Number 2, when is the trip happening? So what day and date? So if I look towards the bottom, we'll see it says Wednesday, 6 July. Now, who worked out how long this trip will be? So how many hours? So if I look at the time from 9 until 4, how long will they be away for? So it's 7 hours. Number 4, we had to make a list of the items that the children needed to bring on the trip. So there was quite a lot. They needed to bring their own lunch and drink, pen, notebook, sun hat, and a camera. Because remember, they are going to be in the outdoors. It might be a hot day, and they can take a camera with to take some photos. Number 5, where will the learners go on the trip? So what is the name of this place? I wonder who spotted this. So it's called Green Valley Gardens. Number 6, are the pictures on the poster helpful? So remember I said you could say yes or no. So I think they're helpful, but maybe you don't. But if you did, for number 7, I said that it shows more information without having to read. So already I can see by the pictures that there are insects and there are some very beautiful flowers. So I can kind of already get an idea that maybe they're going to a garden, they're going to see lots of bugs. So I don't have to read yet. And also the pictures, remember, help to make your poster more attractive to the viewer. Because let's be honest, we don't want to read a story without pictures. It's a lot more fun to see your story than to just read it. So the pictures will help to make it more interesting for your viewer. And then number 8, which heading attracted your attention? So if I looked at this poster for the first time, I saw the red heading first. So that, are you coming to? Because it's red, so it's quite a bright color, and it's also a bigger font compared to the rest. So it stands out a little bit more easier. So keep that in mind, that you can also make your poster heading big, bold, and beautiful. Remember the pa pa pa. So your different parts. Remember your heading, big, bold, and bright, because you want to attract the people. Your information. We want you to try and answer these questions. When, where, what, why, and how. So when we talk about when, that's your date or your day. Your where is the place where it will be happening. What? So maybe what they must bring or what they can expect on the day. So why? Why are we making the poster? Well, they made the poster for the environmental club. And your how, maybe you can say how much the event will cost or how long it will be. Then don't forget your pictures, because this gives the viewer more information about what to expect. it makes your poster more interesting and eye-catching, because we want people to look at your poster. So if I have a look at this poster, so it tells me date 31 May 2020 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Place Durban City Hall, and it's called Durban Reptile Show, admission free. So admission just means how much you have to pay. So this one is for free, there's no cost. Right at the bottom, it says remarkable reptiles that have you probably never seen before. Come and see our Komodo dragon from Indonesia. So this one's not as full of information, but it's still telling me what I need to know. So let's have a look at the top of this page. You'll see I've got heading, information, and pictures. So we need to sort this out as to what is what. So my heading, remember we said it will normally be big, bold, and bright. So I think that's quite easy to see. My heading is the Durban Reptile Show. Now my information. So this one tells me where, when, what, and how. So if I look at the where, it tells me the place is Durban City Hall. If I'm looking at what, it's telling me what I'm going to see. So it's telling me remarkable reptiles, and I'm going to see a Komodo dragon. Now, when is this happening? So 31 May from 8 until 5. And for how, they're telling me how much. So remember we said it's for free. We're not paying for this, which is awesome. Then it's very easy to see where my pictures are. They go on either side. But now there's something missing from my poster. So I've got all the details. But what else would I have liked to see on this poster? Because it looks a little bit dull. So I would have loved to see some color. Because if I was walking down the street and I saw this, I would just give it a few seconds of my time and then carry on. But if there was beautiful color on here, I would read all the information. So make sure your poster includes some color. So now for your homework, here comes the fun part. You are going to design your own poster. So you're going to make your poster about reptiles. So it can be a show about reptiles, like the last page we did, or maybe it can even be a movie about reptiles. So think about any crocodile movies or snake movies or lizard movies, and design a poster around those two ideas. So you can choose the show or a movie. So when you're planning your poster, I want you to think of what will it be about. So you must choose now if it's going to be about a show for reptiles or a movie about reptiles. What pictures you can put on your poster. So what reptiles are you going to have? What will your heading be? Remember, we want to keep it short and sweet because you want to make sure it catches people's attention. You don't want too much reading. And then think about what information you're going to use. So you must answer the questions, who's the poster for? Children, adults, old people, men, women, Think about that. What are you going to have? Where is it going to be? When? Why are you holding the show? And maybe how much it's going to cost. So for your poster, you can decide to use an A4 piece of paper, or if you want to, you can even use your computer. So if you enjoy working on your computer, maybe using Microsoft Word, you can even use PowerPoint. You can design your poster on the computer. But please, if you do it on the page or a computer, I want you to have a neat poster. I want there to be pictures. And please check your spelling, because remember, at the end of the day, we need to understand your information. And make sure you've answered all the questions for your information. So those are your guidelines. When you are done with your poster, you can share it with me, please. So either ask your mom and dad to help you go onto Flipgrid to record your poster, or if you'd like, you can even email it to me. Maybe you don't want to read it out to everyone. Maybe you just want to show me your design. That's okay. So you can either go onto Flipgrid. Remember, the password is lockdown. Then record your poster. You can read your poster if you want. But if you don't want to read it, you can just email it straight to me. Then for tomorrow's lesson, we're going to focus on our language. So we're going to go through the different tenses. I know we have covered it already this year, but we're just going to go through the present, past, and future tense, and we're going to practice our synonyms a bit. So I hope you can remember what a synonym is. So I hope you all enjoyed today's lesson, and I hope you are looking forward to making your posters, and I can't wait to see your beautiful designs. Have an awesome day, guys. I will see you all tomorrow.